Hey, Mike Hoppus here with you. I don't know if you could actually see this title. I'm trying to get around my studio lights. There it is. If you have a chance to purchase any books by Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm reading his commentary on the Talmud right now, and it is just fantastic. But in this particular book, and it's called The Sustaining Utterance, it's that God created the world through his voice. And you go into Genesis chapter 1, you'll see that God said, let there be light, let there be earth, let there be water, and it just happens. It's a divine utterance. If you happen to have the book, what I'm going to read to you is actually on page 73, and I would love for you to put comments in below about this. For the truth of the matter is that God gives but does not receive. He influences and is not influenced. He acts but is not acted upon. It is not a matter of the size or importance of anything, but rather of different worlds. God does not belong to anything knowable, nor can he be said even to exist in terms of the ordinary realm of things. For example, now this is where it gets interesting. A person performs an act, good or bad. It can be done with the cooperation of the divine because of the divine force in him or her and the action of the laws of nature. So someone who desecrates the Sabbath, let us say, it is done as a part of and within the framework of the cosmos, maintained by the divine power in all its details. All the laws continue to operate unaffected by the person breaking the Sabbath rule. God is oblivious. No matter how sincerely one endeavors to rebel against the divine, God continues to give life and altogether is not in the least offended. To be sure, there may be reactions to such a rebellion as part of the laws of life in the world. Moreover, a person can flourish even in sin, so that it would seem that we call divine indifference has moral implications. I've been pondering this little section that I read to you. Again, it's page 73 and goes a little bit into 74. But Steinsaltz brings up a good point. Whether I desecrate the Sabbath or if I sin or do some evil today, hopefully not, the world continues on. I'm sure you've known people who commit sins, but the world goes on. And you wonder, why has God not done something about these people? It's the old question, we call it theodicy. Why does bad things happen to good people? So you start to wonder, when Steinsaltz writes this way, we call it deism, where deism is a belief that God created the world, he creates laws of nature, winds her up like a clock, and he just leaves. And it just runs. Which would tend to indicate that it's the people, us, that are to punish the sinners and not God, because God is oblivious, as he says. And sometimes, you got to wonder about that when you look at the television and you see rioting going on and people destroying and killing each other, and you wonder, so where's God in all this? Why hasn't the Lord come down and done something about this? Or when I look at even church history and wonder, some of the things church did in the Middle Ages and in the Dark Ages especially are somewhat appalling, but yet they continue to happen. It's just very interesting. Now, if you're looking at it from the Kabbalah or the mystical point of view, one could ask the question, if the blessings from heaven are being showered down upon us, then what happens when those blessings come toward a sinful person? Well, Zohar would actually say that person can't have those blessings. So God can't take away what you have by the laws of nature. It almost indicates saying God can't take away the blessings you had when you were a good person, but if you turn to evil, you're not going to get any more blessings. Maybe that's one way to look at it. Well, as you're thinking about it, hey, send me your comments, your videos, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. And we can see if we can have a little discussion about this as time goes on. So God bless you. And as always, Shalom.